So we're going to talk about celibacy today, right? And I know a lot of people are about to be surprised about me talking about this topic, but it is time for me to talk about it on Myammee TV on Faith Talks. So hey everybody, welcome back to Myammee TV. Today is episode number 5, okay? 5 of Faith Talks, this new series I just started about just talking about faith and God and Jesus and love and everything that surrounds it. And this has been a journey with doing Faith Talks, and I want to keep it going, of course. So if you have not watched episode 1, 2, 3, or even 4, make sure you click the links below. Those 4 episodes were like introduction. I talked about, a lot of stuff just in those 4 episodes of talking about God, faith, Jesus, the Holy Spirit. And I look forward to doing more because I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to keep them coming. Okay. So today episode is a topic that I know a lot of people are going to be surprised. A lot of people probably are like, what? Girl, seriously? But it's nothing new to those who already know me and know me very personally, who has my phone number, who knows me, and I consider them as friends. They already know this, so this is nothing new to them. And it's nothing new for me to share. So, and I don't want to do it to do things to boast about anything. This is really just being me and sharing the things that I want to share. Everybody shares their own things that they want to share all over the world. But for me, this is part of me, right? And I want to share information and tips that can probably help somebody else out there who is facing or dealing with the things that I deal with when it comes to this whole Faith Talk series, right? So that's something that we all can have in common, something that we can just start the conversations and just have something to talk about outside of everything that the world is giving us to talk about. Just focus on what we love best, which is our faith and everything else that comes with it, right? So let's talk about the 5 reasons on why I'm celibate and why I will continue to be celibate until I get married and gift my husband with the gift of holding it down, And really, mainly, let me just start with number 1. Mainly, it is to honor God with my body, right? And that's really the main idea. And the reason why I have 4 more things, because those 4 other things help me keep intact the main reason why I'm doing it. So number 1, of course, is my faith, right? It's my faith. It's my belief in God. And the reason why I think I should abstain from having sex and just be out here just giving away to everybody and experimenting and all of that. I just don't want to do it. Why? Because it says in the Bible that we should give our bodies to, in marriage, and it'll be way better in marriage. So I really wholeheartedly believe that, and I've always believed that. I was a real late bloomer, so I always had the thing in my mind that I wanted to wait till I got married, even when I was young, so that never left me, even though I'm not a virgin and things have happened in the past. It always stayed with me in the back of my head that that's what I wanted to do. I guess it gets to the point when you get to know yourself and you know worth and you know what's important. I'm gonna get to those other steps next because I don't want to sit here and keep trusting that the guy is going to leave me if I don't give him some, or if he leaves me, he's not going to think I'm interested if I don't do that, or he's going to cheat on me if I don't give him some. And that's not a video I'm going to talk about what happens when you're a celibate and you're single and all that type of stuff. And that's a different video. I will make sure I get to that one after this one. But that's really my main reason, you guys, is to honor and trust God and know that he's going to send me that man who will understand my reasons and understand the main root of the reason why I'm holding it down. Okay. So, and not trust in guys or dudes or males that if I don't give it to them, they won't be for me. No, because the husband and the guy for me will understand, and he will love that, and he will thank God for it. So that's the foundation of it. Number two reason, the second reason why I'm choosing to be celibate is because that canal, I'm going to just use vagina, okay? My vagina canal is supposed to be for my kids, right? And the only way my kids can come into this world is because of my husband. So if that canal is supposed to be for my husband's love and for him to bless me and to bless our legacy and create a legacy out of it, I don't want any strangers in my husband's canal where my kids is going to be coming out of there too. Okay? I know it may sound whatever, but that's what makes me stay focused on celibacy, because my vaginal canal is very important. Okay? And I want to make sure I cherish that and keep in mind on why God has stated that should be something special, inside of marriage, inside of something that he said that we should do. So to add a level of that, I had to add that part to it just to keep my mind focused in the natural of staying focused. Because is it hard? Yes. I mean, it ain't like hard, but it is hard, to be in a relationship with somebody and, you're very attracted to each other. But when you have that in the back of your head, you will make sure that does not happen. No matter how hot and steamy it may become, you will make sure, So that's the second reason why I'm celibate, because I really want to give my canal to my kids and to my husband, period. That's it. Number three, which should have been number two, is my self-worth. And I feel that this society, this is 2018, right? This is the social media era where you could be in the possibility of losing a guy, right? If you don't do this like this person is doing, if you don't look like this, if you don't do that, if you don't talk like this, if you don't, all of these things. And it comes down to like, no, but I know my worth. Not only does it come down to my worth, but it comes down to, if you can't understand the main reason, the number one reason why I'm doing this, like, you're not worth it. You're not worth my body, because not only that, you're not just gonna play with my body, add a count to my body, just to say you have completed that service and we don't work out, But again, some people may say, well, if you get married, that means it ain't gonna work out. Either, listen, when I get married, it's gonna work out. Okay? That's it. I don't want to hear nothing else. That's my beliefs, and everybody has their own beliefs, and that's what I believe, and that's it. I know when God sends me that man, like the real man, like that's going to be it for me and for him. So, moving on. So, number three is self-worth, because my self-worth is there. I have developed that. I know how much I'm worth, and I know what's important. And if the person does not agree with what I think that is also important, he can't get it. He ain't gonna get it, number one. And he ain't gonna be even in the running to be able to sit there and waste my time to get to the point of even getting to an engagement or anything like that. Because if you don't believe what I believe, that's number one. If you don't believe what I believe, that's already an issue. But if you don't understand and respect the reasons why I'm doing this, you're not worth it. Period. You're not worth me breaking a promise that I have given to my Lord, my Savior, and let him know that I'm not going to do it until I get married. So you're not even worth me breaking a promise if you don't get or understand what I'm saying. Okay, ladies, sometimes we have to get bold with this, because this society sometimes will try to pressure us and tell us that's the old way of doing stuff. That's real old. Like, people don't even do that no more. Like, you're too old fashioned. Okay, well, if I'm still old fashioned, well, guess what? I'm looking for an old fashioned man who understands and who will be worth me giving it up to. Boom. So it moves on to number 4. So the fourth reason why I am celibate is because I don't want any babies outside of marriage. And even though I'm a product of my parents not being married and they having me, doesn't mean there's something wrong with that. It's just for my personal things that I want. I want to have my husband there, to be there collectively with me and him raising these kids together so they can get both sides of the deal at the same time. I mean, there's so many other reasons, right? I want to raise my kids with my husband. I want that. Like, that's something that I want. That's something that God has promised in the Bible, that not only would we be fruitful and multiply, that we have our husbands there, you know, who will love us as the church would. And he would be there to help us raise these doggone kids, these bad behind, big-headed kids too, because I'm going to have some big-headed kids. Within having kids is STDs. There's so many things about sex. And for those who don't know, I have an HIV awareness channel, a different YouTube channel that I focus on HIV awareness and education and stuff like that, because I lost my mom to HIV complications, right? To AIDS complications. And along with my twin brothers, I lost to AIDS complications. And just that mindset of my mom telling me at a very early age that her and my brothers have this disease, even though I don't have it, but just to see them and witness that whole thing and know the reason why, the reason why it happened, that is stuck with me. So that's another thing. Like, I don't want any STDs. I don't want to go through that whole thing that my mom went through. That was a wake up call for me. And she told me at a very early age. So babies and STDs and STIs and like all of that is another reason why I just don't want to put myself in that predicament. That's just another reason. And on top, in the being number 4, what I want to throw in number 4 is body count. Like, I don't want no body count like that. You know, of course, it's all about experimenting, like how you gonna know and all that. I just don't want no body count. You know, I don't want 50,000 men saying they had sex with me. Not even just because of what they said. It's just like, on top of that, I really want to keep my promise to God when I said I'm going to wait till I'm married, you know, and I meant that, and I'm going to stick to it. So reason number 5. Reason number 5 is very important, you guys, because soul ties are so important. I swear they are. And if you don't know what soul ties are, that's like a situation where you just cannot get rid of this doggone person. That person is still lingering around, vibe-wise. I like to say vibe-wise. And they're still there, you know. And like, for example, because I had an ex without sex, and then I had an ex that was my last sexual partner. You know, all the way from when I started having sex with him, which was college, all the way up until, oh my God, so many years later. Like, that soul tie was there, and it was hard to get rid of. Like, things had to happen to him for him to get removed, just so I can break that soul tie. You know, like, it was real, you guys. Like, I'm so serious. The soul ties are real. Like, I believe in that type of energy, vibe, and all of that too. And it's real. So to not have any soul ties before I get to my marriage, like, I don't want that. Like, I want to be free, clear. I want to learn. I want to experiment with my husband. I want us to figure it out. And I know a lot of people are like, are you serious? Like, what's going to happen? This is ladies and men say this, right? You don't want to test the car out before taking it off the lot or whatever. No. And second of all, I'm not a car. He's not a car. We are real people with real hearts and real feelings. And I don't want to put myself in that predicament to where I'm stuck with you just because I done got the little penis or whatever. You know, like, it doesn't make sense. So I want to be with somebody who I can be free with, who I can learn with, who I can grow with, and continue to grow and not have to worry about past situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, issues with the past situations and the soul ties, and if there was an STD or if there was a child involved that I don't even like the baby daddy no more. You know, like, there's so many doggone things, and it can mess up your worth and how you feel. It can mess up your self-esteem. It can mess up so much stuff when those situations don't go right and you have given your all, including your body, ladies. Like, we just gotta know that we are worth enough to be looked at and to be respected and to get understood that we're worth waiting for. We're worth it. And if they don't get it, that's fine, because if they don't get that, they're not going to get a whole bunch of other junk either that's included inside of a marriage. It's not just about sex. It's about so many other things, especially when it comes to discipline. If they can't be disciplined, we're waiting for you, and they know for sure what that purpose is, they're not going to be disciplined in a lot of other areas. And that's just my opinion. Maybe it's not, maybe it is, but that's my opinion. That's how I feel, and that's how I view it. Okay. In so many words, that's the 5 reasons why I am celibate. Maybe I'll do another video about some other stuff around celibacy and all of that, but I just wanted to give you guys my 5 reasons. And if you have any questions, you guys, I have no problem with getting the emails, reading them, and doing a video and putting it up on YouTube. But I would love to continue this conversation with my fellow people who understand or who is on the journey. Maybe you're thinking about doing it and it always has been in the back of your head and you're like, you know what? I think I really want to do it, but I know if I don't do it, the guys may leave. Like, don't worry about them dirty behind dudes, okay? Because the real ones are out there, and I know it may seem like they're taking forever or that it's not enough of them, but it is enough. God always supplies, okay? But you have to believe that. You have to stand your ground. You have to know your worth, and it takes time to get there, but you can do it. If I can get to that point, you guys, you can get to that point, because we deserve the world. We deserve the best. We deserve to not be looked at like a piece of meat and just to be disposable just because they want something. And if they want something that bad, let them go get it and keep it moving and love yourself. It may hurt. You gonna cry, but keep it moving and love yourself. So that is all for Faith Talks today. I cannot wait to continue these type of conversations with you guys. So until the next video, until the next episode, make sure you watch the other episodes if you want to get like a feel of how I vibe with this Faith Talks. But I do want to start doing some Q&As. So if you have any questions, go ahead and email me, MyammeeTV@gmail.com, or you can find me on social media. All my social medias are below. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Talk to you next time. And remember, you are worth it. Okay? You are worth it. See y'all later.